federal government keeps sending stuff down to the state, and then they have to change everything, you know, and then it finally gets to us, and it's been interesting because it was kind of a last minute, all of it, the way it finally gets the details. So, but we'll adjust and make it work.
Yeah, that's it. Marty?
You know, we'll be talking about the building situation, I guess, further on the agenda.
Marty?
Probably talk about the convention we went to the other night, other than that.
Yeah, we should have done that during communications.
Well, I don't know. But that was good too. So, no.
Rest of you that went to the area meeting, have anything to add to it?
Congratulations. Bill.
Yeah.
Well, and
Level
Tom.
6
And
and
Tom
Tom. I
did.
can't
Yeah,
remember
and
what
Tom,
they said his was.
guess who picked up your plaque?
Oh, God.
He said he was gonna get it to you, Tom.
But I couldn't find the one you got last time.
Dog eater day.
Yeah. Well, it was a good meeting, though. I thought, you know, they had some pretty good sessions and pertinent to what we're dealing with.
Yeah.
I will expand on, especially Bill's award, because he's put in so much time in this district, and, you know, to get those class 6, and that there's very, very small percentage of Nebraska school board members that attain that. It's earned by continuing to educate your education as far as what you can do for your school. And as I commented to the other board members on the way back, you know, I've seen a few who maybe go attend these things and get the awards, but they don't take them home and put them to use as much as Bill does. And I really appreciate his service to the board. I think he does a lot for this district.
I remember, like they said, less than 1%. Which level.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Sure makes my life easier when you guys go to the meetings.
Well, I think
A lot
it's
of good
important.
information.
I think it's important we try to, you know, we expect our staff to continue education. This is our way of helping us become better too. Okay. Tom, you have?
Yeah, a couple of things. I'm not on the curriculum committee anymore, but I used to be, and I guess I was when the team was here last winter and did their visit for the I'll get it right, quality assurance review team, when that was done in January. And I was trying to get hooked up with Sue and Kim to kind of get this passed off, and we missed contact a couple of times. There's a few things we needed to work on from, I think, the curriculum committee, and that dealt with addressing some of our graduation requirements. One of the standards in the report indicated that we needed to do a review among the stakeholders of the district of current graduation requirements to see if they are in alignment with the vision of the school. One of the things they were looking at was our graduation requirements as it relates to math and science, and that was one of the sections. Another section they looked at was the involvement of stakeholders in the development of whatever that curriculum is. And by stakeholders, as I read through this, I take that to mean the administration, staff, board, parents, and so forth within the district. So to try and do some update there, which I know Mr. Haggie is working on that and has been for quite some time, but I think from the committee when we transitioned with personnel last year that we kind of need to get caught up there. And so a couple things there, and then talked about using the assessment data that we compile also and implementing that as we develop our standards. So just wanted to bring that to light. And then second thing, I'm going to say this probably from building the grounds a little bit. It kind of came to my attention that there's a, I'm not going to say a letter, I think it's a series of letters circulating since last Friday. One got brought into my office on Saturday, actually, and the gentleman that brought it in was a little upset. It was addressed specifically to him. It had a legal description of his real estate. It was about a 3-page letter from the care group, and I'm not going to go into the personal details of it, but you know, when we started this process in July, a number of us made the comment that what was important to us was that any information that was solicited would be based on fact, truth, actual information, and so forth. And you know, I had said, in fact, I think I was even in the paper quoted as saying that, you know, I don't hold it against anyone how they vote either for or against, as long as people make their informed decisions based on factual information. I see us kind of getting away from that, or I guess I see CARE getting away from that, they've kind of lost sight of that. And, you know, they certainly never made a pact that they were going to base everything on truth and fact. And based on the letter that I saw Saturday, I would say it's not based on truth and fact. The letter I saw is somewhat comprehensive with some sensationalized information. Basically, it references a $9.8 million gymnasium project. It seems to overlook that we're doing a heating and air system, fire and life safety code upgrades, you know, a number of handicap issues to go along with fire issues, a library, a cafeteria, renovation, remodeling of several classrooms, electrical wiring, and things like that. There's more to it than just a gym. I think our breakdown, and I don't know that we have an exact figure, I don't have one off the top of my head, is that we're at about, what, $5.5 million for renovations, upgrades, and repairs to the existing facility, and then the balance of that difference being for the gymnasium, cafeteria, and that kind of an upgrade. So I was a little disappointed to see that. You know, obviously the people that signed the letter, and it was signed by 2 people, you know, and then there was other people involved, of course, drafting, I assume, although it's not safe to assume anything. But based on what I saw, I guess I would kind of encourage people to try and stick to the facts. Again, I don't care if you vote for or against it. That's a personal decision for each household. But when people start doing the sensationalism that was done in that letter, which was 3 pages, you know, try and stick to the facts, or at least make it based on fact, and instead of the innuendos. The first paragraph referenced the rampant national debt and bankruptcies and unemployment and all these horrible things. And by the time I got done reading the first paragraph, I was ready to start slitting my wrists. I felt so bad. But you know, when you settle down and start thinking about it and look at the facts, you know, do that. But I would ask that everyone maybe take a look at that. I'm not going to circulate that letter here tonight. I didn't think it was pertinent to bring it in and hand out, and plus I didn't know how many copies to bring or anything like that. So, you know, based on that, I guess that'd be my comments and my soapbox for the evening. But thanks.
Thank you, Tom. I have no report for negotiations. Reporting building principals, counselors, and district committees. Mr. Hagan.
I guess first things first, our enrollment at this point, 7 through 12 here at the junior senior high school, we have 263 students, which is up from last year. As far as what we've been up to, since we kicked off school in the middle of August, we hosted an open house curriculum night. Feel like it was very, very well attended by our junior high parents. High school students, it lessened, I guess, the turnout did. And so as an educational team, we need to, I guess, really work hard to reach out to those senior high parents to get them here and get them involved. At the LUPLAC conference meeting, group of principals discussed the compiling of the AC